is arriving. Ginger Chan's overhead in the helicopter. Look at that. What a sight.
Yeah, an amazing sight, as a matter of fact. Roughly about 500 people on board. Our flight was sold out coming here, as a matter of fact.
That's right. We have Ginger Chan in the helicopter and Eric Spillman on the ground. Who do we begin with? Let's talk to Eric first. Eric, I imagine there's a fair amount of excitement on the ground there.
There is. This plane has come to LAX on visits before, but this is the first commercial flight to LAX with paying passengers on board, and it makes a perfect landing here. This flight from Melbourne, Australia is really the beginning of a whole new age here at LAX, because this big plane will begin making a lot more frequent flights, various airlines, in the near future. Listen to it. It's actually not as loud as other big planes. That, believe it or not, is quieter than a 747. It's also a more fuel-efficient airplane. It carries 489 passengers, and they had to make all kinds of special upgrades here at the airport for this plane. Because it's a double-decker, you need special gates for it. So they're spending here at the airport something like $100 million on all the upgrades. They built a couple of gates for it at the Bradley terminal. Eventually, Qantas will have 3 flights a week from Australia, 2 from Melbourne, 1 from Sydney, 2 LAX, and other airlines will be joining us soon. I guess Emirates also plans to fly it here as well. And this is a totally different thing that's going to help the economy, because we're at a time now when lots of airlines are canceling flights to LAX because of the economy, because of the cost of jet fuel. Now we have an airline, because of this new plane, that's adding flights. That means more money for the airport and more jobs. So there's a lot of excitement about the arrival of the A380 this morning, and there's a big ceremony planned for later in the day. Let's talk to Ginger Chan in the KTLA helicopter with more. Hi, Ginger.
Hi there, Eric, and this is something really exciting to see. We've been sitting over here on top of LAX just watching this thing come in, and you know those people are giving each other a high five and really excited about this. It's very interesting because as you're doing your report, I'm also listening to the tower, talking to the pilot who has that very thick Australian accent, and it's so lovely to listen to. He's just landed right here on runway 25 right, and he's going to taxi on over. I think he's going to go to the Tom Bradley International Airport, and they have kind of like a tiny little nickname for it, and it's called the Super, is what they also call it. So that's what they've been kind of been talking to the tower, saying Super is landing here on the runway at LAX. So again, a big high five for all the people. I mean, this thing is massive. Eric, you were talking about earlier how much a first-class ticket costs for something like this to grab a seat. First-class ticket, $27,655. Yeah, I don't think any of us here can afford it, but I know those people very lucky here to be landing. And I think maybe some of these people a little sad that they've landed, because you know that this has been an awesome experience for them traveling from Melbourne, landing here at LAX. Michaela was mentioning about some of the overcast skies and the fog that we have here. No factor whatsoever. We've been sitting here for some time. Again, this is a very, very exciting thing for these people. They're going to have a big press conference and more high fives later on as we continue to watch this humongous plane taxiing on over. We'll send it back to you ladies in the studio.